Basically tonight, what I'm going to go through is just what's called chest compression only CPR. Okay, so when an adult goes down, okay, someone drops right in front of you, the most likely thing is going to be cardiac. Okay, their heart has stopped. So all the data that we have says that you should just be doing chest compressions, not breathing. Okay, so I'm going to go through chest compressions today. And for people who don't know, I'm a doctor at OU Med. So this is something I'm pretty familiar with, okay? So we'll go through the steps here. We're in class and someone drops, okay? The first thing you're gonna do, you're gonna go up and you're gonna say, hey, you all right? If they don't wake up, call 911, okay? Number one, call 911. Okay, if you shake this person and they kind of get up and go, oh man, I got knocked out, okay, fine. All right, but if you shake them and they don't wake up, you call 911 right away. Do not check for a pulse. Don't try to determine if they're breathing. Just call 911. Okay? If you're by yourself, you okay? Doesn't respond. You get your cell phone out, you call 911, you put them on speakerphone. Okay? You put the phone next to you, and you get to work. If you're in a group, okay? At a mall, here, at a school, hey, you okay? Doesn't respond. You call 911. Point to someone. Okay, this is extremely important. Make eye contact. You call 911. If you yell, call 911, no one will do it. You have to identify someone and pick them out in the crowd and say, you do this now. Okay? Now the other thing, all right, if there's what we call an AED, okay, it's an automatic electric defibrillator. They're lightning bolts, they're red, they're yellow, they're on walls, they're everywhere in public. Okay, we have them at the hospital too. You want that thing to be around, all right? So you could say, you call 911, you get an AED, all right? And if this guy doesn't know what an AED is, hopefully he'll find out, okay? But you want to try to assign people to get things going, all right? So this guy, we're fighting, he drops. Hey, you all right, man? Nothing. What do I do? Call 911, okay? All right, hey, wake up. Wake up. Doesn't wake up. What do I do? Call 911. Just say it, okay? Call 911. All right? This guy's got 6 to 7 minutes of oxygen in his lungs that we're going to pump through his body doing chest compressions. It's going to take the ambulance about 5 to 6 minutes to get here. Once the ambulance gets here, they're going to start giving that person oxygen so that they have more air in their lungs, okay? But that, you don't have to worry about that. If you get the ambulance on the way, you start doing compressions, this person has enough oxygen to survive for 6 to 7 minutes while the ambulance is coming. All right, so that's what's going to save this person's life, is getting the ambulance here so that they can take over and do more advanced stuff. Okay, so this guy's gone down. Hey, you all right? Nothing. I've called 911. Okay, I come down. I'm going to get my knees on the floor, okay, directly perpendicular. I'm going to use the palm of my hand, just like a palm strike, okay? I'm going to place the palm of my hand on the middle of their chest. So sternum, breastbone, okay, right here. I'm going to put the palm of my hand right there. I don't want to be too low and I don't want to be too high, okay? Down here at the bottom, you can feel where your bone ends. Stay away from there. Not because you're going to do damage, but because you're not going to do good compressions. You need to have your full palm of the hand on the bone, okay? So if you're panicking, find where the bone ends, take 2 fingers, put your palm 2 fingers above where the bone ends. You're in perfect position, okay? So palm's going to go down in the middle of the chest. This hand is going to go on top. You can lock your fingers, you can put it like this, whatever's comfortable, okay? But you're going to use both hands because this is going to be hard, all right? You're going to lean over the person, okay? So the video you can see all my body weight is over this person, okay? And I'll come from the side here. See how all my body weight's over this? My shoulders are over my wrists, okay? This is really important. So I'm going to get my hands here. I'm going to get my shoulders over my wrists, and I'm going to pivot at my hips. I'm going to lock my elbows, okay? Do not bend your elbows. You'll tire out. You're going to lock your elbows. You're going to lean over, and you're going to start doing compressions, okay? Now, what's a good compression? In an adult, it's 2.5 inches of compression, about that far, okay? That's a long way to go. It doesn't seem like it, but you'll get a chance to do compressions here. And this is going to be easier than a human being, and this is hard to get 2.5 inches on. Okay, you gotta push, which is why you need all your body weight over this person, so you're using all your body weight pivoting at the hips. Okay, so here we are. Now, the rhythm okay? You're gonna be doing 100 compressions per minute. That's fast. That's more than 1.5 compressions a second, right? So the way that you can remember this, instead of sitting here trying to look at a clock and going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, think of the song Staying Alive or Queen's Another One Bites the Dust, okay? Not the most positive, but Staying Alive or Queen's Another One Bites the Dust. These songs will work, okay? So when you do Staying Alive, if you have to sing it, no one's gonna, people may look at you and be like, what? Guys singing, don't fucking worry about it. You're saving this guy's life, okay? So you want to sit there and sing, staying alive, staying alive, staying alive. If you have to do that to keep the rhythm, then do it, okay? Because this sucks. This is a good effort, but this doesn't save anybody's life, okay? This doesn't do anything. This guy's dead when the ambulance comes. This is what you have to do, and it's hard, and it's fast, okay? Now, I'm gonna incriminate myself on the video, because no one will ever forget that I said this. If you're sitting here doing compressions, always remember harder and faster, okay? So think about an ex-girlfriend and how disappointed she looked after you were done, and think about harder and faster, okay? And it's a dirty joke, but if you remember it and you giggle thinking harder and faster, you're gonna save this person's life. Because the biggest mistake people make is this, right? What's wrong with this?
No, please.
Not enough, I'm not making any depth, okay? What's wrong with that?
Not fast enough.
Too slow. So if you think in your mind harder and faster, and if you have to use a dirty joke or something else, just do it. It's saving someone's life. That's what you got to think about, okay? Staying alive, staying alive. Okay, now, everyone's going to get a chance to practice this, but we have a group here, all right? So we're going to start from scratch. Now, when you guys get down here and you start doing compressions, okay? And you guys can do this. You don't need a certificate or anything. There's a good Samaritan law that says if you jump in and try to help someone and save their life, you're free and clear. If you break all this person's ribs, so let's say you go crack and they just break ribs, don't worry about it. It's kind of tough to listen to. Keep going, okay? I can fix broken ribs at the hospital. If you don't do good compressions, this guy's brain is dead and he's gone forever, okay? Break ribs, don't worry about it. You're not gonna hurt anybody doing good compressions. You're only gonna help them, okay? So break ribs if you have to. The other thing is that you guys are the leaders here. You're in charge, okay? So if you have to get someone in on it, then you point to someone and you teach them how to do CPR in a minute, and I'll show you how it looks. This guy goes down. Hey, you all right? What do? You call 911. You go get the AED. Right here, over here. Kneel next to me. Right here, you, come on, get down. Kneel right there. You see what I'm doing? My arms are locked. I got my hand on his chest, okay? I'm pushing hard and fast. I'm gonna get tired, we're gonna switch. I'm gonna coach you through this, okay? Are you watching me? It's really simple, you can do this, okay? All right, so I want you to put your hands just like my hands are, okay? You're gonna lock your elbows, and on 3, we're gonna switch. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, good. All right, good. Not as fast. There you go, keep going. All right, good. Good. That's perfect. Keep going. Good. Now, if this guy's not doing it well, you can say, okay, a little bit harder. Good. A little bit faster. A little slower. Okay, it's all right. No, I'm just saying, you're a cheerleader now for a minute. Good. You're doing great. Okay? Because he's going to get tired out. Don't let him go for too long. You're doing great. Keep going. On the count of 3, we're going to switch. 1, 2, 3, switch. Good job. Okay? We'll switch again. So, keep in mind that good compressions, you guys can't do it for 6 minutes. Okay? Nobody can. Not good compressions. You just can't. It's too hard. On a big adult, you just get tired out. If you're by yourself, cowboy up. You do whatever you can. You give 6 minutes of your best effort, and that person's going to have a good chance. If you're in a group, do what I did. You saw Jesus kind of sit there and said, what? I said, you, down, now. Let's go. Someone will get down, be friendly, and just say, hey, you can do this. It's not hard. You know, I know CPR. I'm going to teach you. If this person doesn't want to do it, pick somebody else. Okay? and you're just gonna instruct them on how to do it, okay? Now, if this person, let's say you're at your home, okay? This person is in a bed, okay, or somewhere on a couch. You're laying there watching TV and you notice, oh, you know, big brother or dad or mom or someone, I don't think they're breathing. Hey, you okay? You okay? They don't wake up. So first thing you do is call 911. Next thing you do is you got to get them on a solid surface. CPR does not work on a couch. It does not work on a bed. It has to be a solid surface. Drag them off, okay? A fall this far is not going to hurt anybody. You're probably not even going to break a bone, even if you get like their arm caught behind them. Just get them off the couch, okay? Be as gentle as you want to be, but time is of the essence now. As soon as that person's heart stops, there's a clock that starts, and it's 5 minutes, and that's it. You got to start compressions as soon as you can, okay? 5 minutes without oxygen to the brain, it's over. You don't come back. All right, so you get them off the couch. You've called 911, so if you're by yourself, mom doesn't wake up, you go to the phone, call 911, get them off the couch, get down, get to work, okay? All right, questions? Yes?
So 5 or 6 minutes is what you got. So
5 or 6 minutes.
You're in a situation, you know it's going to take longer than that for someone to get there.
So you do what you can. The curve of survival, it really starts to drop off after 6 or 7 minutes. It doesn't drop off to 0, but it goes from like 85 to 90% survival with chest compression only CPR to like 20%.
But you don't start trying to breathe for them?
Well, you know, I would, but I'll tell you what, all the data says that once you stop doing, so this compression motion, you build up a lot of intrathoracic pressure inside the rib cage that pumps the heart. And when you stop, you lose it. So if I were on my own, I would do chest compression only on an adult until I got to about 7 minutes, and then I would breathe for him. But hopefully you don't have to, okay? And even then, I can't say that breathing is really going to make that much of a difference, because if you don't do it properly, you don't pump the blood anyhow. So even if you're blowing oxygen in their lungs, if you're not quick enough, it doesn't work.
Okay.
So the key points, call 911 and get someone there quick. Do hard and fast compressions, okay? Identify people. All right, so a couple people, let's get down on these things. Let's see you guys do compressions. So let's go through the sequence real quick. So you walk up, ask the guy if he's okay.
Okay?
Nothing, what do you do?
Call 911.
Okay, good. Now what? Guy's dead. Okay, good. Start to work. So hands, good. Go ahead, okay? Lock those arms, lock them. Sing the song. Don't go too fast. Chris, you gotta get deeper. You gotta push, man. Staying alive, staying alive. Okay? Good. You guys are all actually about at the right rate, okay? Good. So you guys can get down the other side. Get down. Good. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Okay? So, go ahead and go through a switch. Say we're going to come through and switch.
1, 2, 3.
Good. Lock those arms out of you. Good. Okay, perfect. Your shoulder on line. That's great. Good work.
3.
Okay.
Keep going.
Now, come all the way up and compress. Make sure the chest comes all the way up. And then, yep, don't take your hands off. Make sure the chest comes all the way up. Okay? Really drive down. There you go. Good. Okay? Let's see you do some. Switch with him. I have to lock your arms. Lean over, lean over, lean over. Yep. Yeah, whatever you have to do, it works. Ready? 1, 2. Okay, good. All right, everyone stop for a second. I'm going to do it one more time. You guys look really good. Your speed is good. Your depth, some of you got to push a little bit harder, okay? So just real quick, and we'll kind of close it up. So your hand never comes off the chest. Okay, no one did that. Once your hand's on, it's on. You go down, okay? You come up, you let the chest recoil. Down and up, okay? And you gotta, see how hard I push? Look at the bag. You gotta push, okay? You really gotta compress. You gotta figure out a way to get this done, or else this person's not gonna make it, okay? All right? One more time, real quick. I want to see everyone do like 5 compressions. I want to see everyone get the depth. You got to push hard. No, just go ahead. Okay, not so much. Watch. Watch, get your hands flat. Use your body weight. So walk your elbows out, come up, slam down. There you go. See the difference? Maybe just a hair slower. There you go. Good. Okay. Remember, guys, sing the song. Okay? Sing the song. If you're not sure, stay in alive for another one bites the dust. Okay? That works. That's why we teach it. And if you're not sure, you can always go harder and faster. Okay? You just don't want to like burn yourself out. Okay, one last point. Very good. You're doing very good. So, let's say that I send you to get the AD. AD, square thing on the wall, red, yellow, lightning bolt, okay? So, this person's got all their clothes on, okay? Someone last week asked, should I take their jacket off? Should I do whatever? No. Leave their jacket on when you're doing compressions, okay? EMTs will come and get it off. Don't worry about that. If their zipper's stuck, that's precious time you're wasting. Just start compressing, okay? So, let's say you show up with the AD. So I'm doing compressions here, okay? You're gonna kneel down next to me. You're not gonna be able to do with it. I'm gonna say open it. You're gonna open it, and I'm gonna say, okay, follow the instructions. There's gonna be instructions that's gonna tell you what to do. There's pads in there. They're gonna have pictures, okay? I'm doing the compressions to prove to you guys that you can walk someone through this while you're doing compressions, okay? Look at the pictures. You see the pictures? Okay, good. You're gonna put the pads where the pictures are. They're gonna go here and here. I'm gonna keep doing compressions. At this point, you have to get the person's shirt off. If someone comes with an AD, those have to go on the skin. So if it means throwing this all the way up like this or cutting it, doesn't matter. Just get it out of the way, get the pads on there, and get them down. Tight, good contact, stick them on. They're super sticky. Stick them on, okay? You can keep going and you say, okay, put the pads on. Yep, they're gonna put the pads on. You're gonna keep doing compressions. Okay, good. So, good, pads are on. Now what? Okay, plug it into the machine. She's gonna plug it into the machine, turn it on. She's gonna hit the on button. It's gonna walk you through it. It's gonna say analyzing rhythm. Do not touch the patient. Everyone clear? When it says, it'll say this. The automatic defibrillator will say, analyzing heart rhythm. Do not touch the patient.
But I mean, are you stopping then too?
Yeah. When it says do not touch the patient, that's the only time you stop. You clear everybody. That thing is gonna figure out if there's a shockable rhythm. Okay? It's either gonna say shock advised, charging. If it does that, you say, okay, everyone clear. No one touches the patient. The button's gonna flash. There's one button, there's two buttons. There's an on button and a shock button. You're gonna hit the flashing button. It's gonna shock them. As soon as it shocks them, you go right back into CPR. And this is electricity, so it happens. It goes, the guy jumps, you go right back in it, okay? You're not gonna get electrocuted. That thing's gonna count down 2 minutes, okay? At 2 minutes, it's gonna say, analyzing heart rhythm, do not touch the patient. You're gonna get off.
Is there any sound associated with that, or is it just someone looking at a screen that tells you?
It talks to you.
Okay.
It's gonna say exactly what I'm saying. It'll say analyzing heart rhythm, do not touch the patient. If it says shock not advised, continue compressions, that's what you do. If you can't shock the patient, you can't shock them. You can't just shock someone. They have to have a certain heart rhythm. So it says shock not advised, continue compressions. You start doing compressions again. And at 2 minutes, it says analyzing heart rhythm, do not touch the patient. And if it says shock advised, you shock. If it says shock not advised, you don't shock. But no matter what, you start doing compressions again, okay? There's like 2 instances when you stop, okay? The first is once someone else takes over. So when you see the EMS guys come through the door, whew, no, you keep going. When that guy kneels down next to you and says, I got it, you say, okay, switch on 3, 1, 2, 3, and you switch, now you're done, okay? You let the ambulance people take over, all right? You go take a breath, throw up, whatever you need to do, okay? The other time is if the person wakes up. So this hurts. I've done compressions in the hospital before where we thought the guy was dead, didn't have a heart rhythm, and I've got over the top of him and I've gone boom, boom, and he's woken up and going, what the fuck are you doing? Because, you know, I probably cracked one of his ribs. Well, I saved your life. You're welcome. You're awake now, okay? Do not ever stop doing compressions no matter what, unless the person sits up and says, can you please stop doing that? Or the ambulance people come, okay? It sounds like a joke. Sometimes when you pump blood to someone's brain, they have a reflex and their eyes open. Don't worry about it. Don't even look at their face. Keep doing compressions, okay?
Till they start talking to you and saying,
If they take their arms and try to start moving your arms off, then you can stop. But otherwise, it doesn't matter what they do. If they moan, if they make noises, just keep going. Because that noise you hear, maybe you pushing air out of their lungs, and maybe them gasping for air as a reflex in their brain. You don't assess if they're okay. You just keep doing compressions until that person can sit up and say, hey, 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 come on, let's stop that. Or the ambulance people come and take over, okay? Everyone good?
Good.
Questions on that? All right, I think we're good.
thank you.
Yep.
Good job, Joe. Thank you.
Thanks. Yeah. Yeah, good class.